Hello, Janelle. Hey, this is Trevor. The process that you want to do to use Excel to break apart the Library of Congress call numbers for the books that you're working with is not really tremendously complicated, but it's a number of simple steps that you have to take in a certain order. So I thought I'd do this video for you to kind of help you figure out if you can use this or not. I had completely forgotten about this. I think most of it was written in 2011, so it's been 6 or 7 years. But if you can use it, that's great. If not, let me know and maybe we can figure something else out that'll work better for you. So the first thing you need to do is open an Excel spreadsheet, and I would just open a blank one. Hopefully you're using the latest version of Excel, Office 2016. That'll make things look exactly like what I have here. If you're not, you can probably still figure it out. It's going to be basically the same process no matter which version of Excel you're using. So when you need to go to the, if you don't already have the Developer tab up in the top, you need to add that first. So go to File. Of course, nothing is going to be fast here. I'm actually emulating a Windows machine on my Mac, which is what I'm assuming that you're using Windows and not Mac. That's why I'm using this. So anyway, so I'm going to go down to Options, click on Options. Again, I hope that your machine is a lot faster than mine. Come on, Options. All right, there we go. And I'm going to go to Customize Ribbon. And I'm just going to click the developer box over here and click OK. And what that'll do is it'll add developer up here. So the next thing we're going to do is click on that developer tab and go into Visual Basic. And we are going to, let me get this window closer to what I had set up so that you can see all of it. Notice I'm not doing a lot of editing on this video. I apologize for that. Anyway, so here we want to, in this spreadsheet, we're going to insert a module. And this is where you are going to paste the text that I sent you in the email. So let me find it over here. And it's, you'll recognize it because it starts with a subroutine declaration. So it'll start up here at the top with sub LC underscore sort. And then that is what we, what I wrote to kind of break things down into the right columns so that you can sort them properly. Okay, once we do that, I'm going to close this window. That'll save that macro. And I'm going to switch back over to Microsoft Excel, or the main body of Excel, the Excel that we all know and love. And here I am just going to paste some, I just happen to have an old shelf list in the QAs that we had run back in 2011. So I'm just going to paste this data in here. This is where you will paste your data, whatever you're using. But the important thing here is to start on A4. I have no clue why 6 years ago I chose to start this on A4. I probably was thinking that there would be headings in this file. So you want your data to start at A4. And I'll paste that in there. And you'll see that this is just a shelf list that's not necessarily in the right order. There's the titles, barcode number, some date, some numbers. Anyway, it can be anything you want after that, but you want to make sure that your first piece of Library of Congress call number data begins in A4, not A1. So just a little safety tip there. If you do manage to put them up in one, I don't know what it'll do. I don't think it'll sort the top 3 lines. It'll just start sorting with the 4th line. So go figure. It probably won't ruin your day, but it won't be good. So use A4. And then you run the macro. And there are a couple of ways to run the macro. The best way is probably to go into Macros. And you'll see it by name there. There's only going to be one unless you have other macros in that spreadsheet, so just click Run. And this will go through, and however long your data is, if it's longer, obviously it's going to take a lot longer. So it breaks it into, now you have the alpha separate from the actual call number, which is treated like a floating point number. So that's the problem I think that you were having with the one that splits it. So this will split it into whatever the 1, 2, or 3 alpha characters are, and then the next column it's the numerical column, and then after that it's everything else, and that's just character by character. So now if you want to, you can go to data and, oh yeah, no, I've got that. Now you can sort by, I'll move that back in there. So you can sort by alpha. Actually, if you want those headings to show up now, you've got to select all your data. So it's all selected there. And then you'll go into data and sort, and you can sort by B, A to Z, and then you add a level and you sort by C, and then you add a level and you sort by D. So what'll that do? Well, it'll sort, alpha is B, the numerical component of that first chunk of the call number is C, and then everything else is just alphabetical by the rest. So before I go on too far, that's the basics of this system, and this was all I ever developed, so I know I had intentions of making this a lot easier to use, so I apologize for that. But hopefully you can get some good results with this. In the future, if you have any questions or anything, just get back with me, and I hope this does the trick. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.